Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go!
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5!
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw from the end zone, ball!
Live from downtown Baton Rouge, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo! 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 Welcome in! OTB Monday. Florida, you suck. You suck. 3-0. What is going on? Jake, Flynn, Alondra, Tay all here with you. LSU is 3-0. As Matthew told you there.
And Florida
yet again. Can't figure out how to beat the LSU Tigers. You know, before we get to pleasantries and see how everybody did this weekend, like, Florida is so fake tough, and they always have been, and they'll continue to be so. And it is so funny to me that they use all of their energy before the game and in victory formation. That's when they like to, hey, how about you use some of that during the game? Maybe you'll fare better. Maybe you won't lose 7 of your last 9 against LSU. Like, front runners, hey, pregame, we're going to be real loud. We're going to be real tough. We're going to run through your warm-up, and we're going to try to fight you before the game. And then during the game, it's like you disappear and you tap out. And then during victory formation, when we're like, okay, game's over, we beat you, then you want to act tough again, and then you want to have all that energy again. It's funny how that works from Florida. It doesn't matter who the players are. It doesn't really matter the year. Hell, it doesn't really matter the coach either. That's just who they are.
Yeah, it's their culture, and their culture is awful. And I think we can all agree on that. Florida is the worst college in the whole world, and I'm glad we beat them. I don't care how it looked. Honestly, I don't care how the game looked, what your opinion of the game was. We won the game. We beat them. They got a loss. They got add 1 to their loss column, add 1 to our win column. And they are front runners. They always have been. And that's why we don't like them. That's why we want to play them every single year.
Yeah, and I hope it doesn't go away because
please don't let it go away. It's so good. But like I love that they're front runners because it makes it so good, right?
Oh, it makes it even better.
It's like they play the villain perfectly.
Like, okay, like you want to have your little scuffle over there by the sideline, your former player. Okay, that's one thing. Like, what in the hell did you think was going to happen when you run through LSU's warm-up, you're on their sideline, you go in front of their student section, and then, like, the coaches are like, oh, what's going on? What are we doing? I told one of them, I said, well, what do you think was going to happen, my guy?
Yeah.
Did you think, like, this was going to go well, or did you not think it out? Or were you trying to
very well thought out.
Try to intimidate, and I use air quotes because you didn't intimidate anybody, and try to be a tough guy before the game?
No, what you're trying to do in a situation like that is pick a fight for once, like William Wallace going out to his first fight in Braveheart. He's going to pick a fight. They go out there, pick a fight, and then maybe the best thing that could happen is you do something so egregious, which is to run in the middle of somebody's warm-up. That's you see it all the time. You see that happening pre-game. People, little gamesmanship, little cat and mouse game. But the best thing that could happen is you do something so egregious, the other team throws a punch at you, and then they get suspended for the game.
Right.
They get kicked out. So that's maybe that's the hope.
Now in college football, they wait until you tackle somebody to kick you out of the game.
No, let's can we get that into that like later? I don't want to start out like so mad. Let's celebrate.
Fair.
Let's walk on their graves a little bit. Print new shirts out. Let's say 3-0.
I think the message is still going to stay like 1-0 though. You know.
Yeah, no, but we're literally 3-0.
Yeah, literally, yes,
Print
for
the
sure.
shirts.
You could do that. And yeah, certainly. Thank you, Alondra. Certainly. Throughout the day, we'll tell you what we thought about the game and what we thought about the offense and what we thought about the defense continuing to just kick ass all day, every day. We'll tell you about how many people stepped up because your captain went out of the game after a couple of plays on defense. All of that. We'll get to like all of that, the good and the bad. Well, I wouldn't even say bad. You won an SEC game. The things that have to continue to get better.
Not bad, ugly. What can we say? Ugly?
Okay, yeah, you can say ugly. Yeah.
Bad execution a little bit here and there. It's okay. Guess what? It was game 3. A lot of games left. We're not going to sit here and make excuses for some of that stuff. And I think as Tiger fans, like, we want perfection because we've seen perfection from a lot of the same guys on offense. But good Lord, let's celebrate what a performance our defense had. From a guy that, a quarterback on the other side that is, has the potential to kind of go off and have big games. He did last year against us. Well, we righted that wrong a little bit. And defense flies around, creates confusion, creates excitement, creates energy. And even with your best player, your leader, your vocal leader, your energy leader out of the entire game because of a BS. Really want to say it, but it's before 8.
Hey, Lars. Hold on, real quick. Hey, Lars in the chat. What is a clown? Take your punishment like a man. Lars, you've never been in a battle. You've never been in a fight. You've never been in a game like that, my guy. You work your ass off all week long to get into the game like that. You have a C on your chest, so you're ready to go. You're ready to lead the other 10 guys out onto the field. And because you're tackling somebody and because his helmet moves down, look, to the letter of the law, we can have that conversation all we want. I don't care what the letter or the law says. Give no what it says. I don't. It's football, all right? I know how I played football. I know how the guy sitting next to me played football. And so, yeah, it's emotional because you give a damn, because you put in your heart and your soul into the game plan to go out there and do all the things it takes to be victorious and to lead your teammates. And so he can act however he wants to, because I'd have been pissed too. I'd have been mad. Kicking me out of that game? Are you kidding me? So you've never been in that situation, Lars, and that's okay. And I appreciate you tuning in and listening and doing all that stuff. You can call me a clown too. That's fine. I don't care. Because you've never been in that position as far as like what the emotion. I'm not talking about you didn't play college football. High school football. If I got kicked out of a high school game, that meant a lot. For that, yeah, I'd be mad too. So you can not like it and you can call us whatever. That part I don't care. Mm-hmm. But I can understand why somebody would be very upset for getting kicked out of that game. Whit is soft. Yeah, Lars. Yeah, everybody says that about Whit weeks. You're right. Everybody says that. Mm-hmm. Come on. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm. You get, as a college athlete, every single year, you work 365 days in the entire year, focusing on 12 games, potentially more. And then it's your last year at LSU. You're an unspoken leader on the defense. You're an All-American, preseason All-American. You are one of the best linebackers in the country. And you get 5-6 opportunities a year to play in front of your home crowd. Even less than that against a big-time rival, a big-time SEC opponent. And you get kicked out early like that because of an effort play that had no malicious intent. Letter of the law, whatever it is. But if we go through the letter of the law, I saw probably 50 people that game that should have been kicked out for targeting. You could call it almost every play, almost every tackle. You can call holding every time. You can call illegal contact. You can call pass interference. It is the intention of all these penalties that gets called. The intent to hurt somebody. Not the intent to hustle and get a man to the ground and try to be legal. Like he gets there and he makes a tackle. His head hits his face mask. If the intent is there, that is what is damaged about this rule. That is what is damaged about how they ref this. And to take that away, to strip that away from somebody, one of the few opportunities that you have as a senior, one of the few opportunities that you have in a big game, a night game in Tiger Stadium.
Yeah, you only get so many of those in your entire career.
Yeah.
Of the ones that, like, we saw Saturday night.
Yep. And thank God the rule has changed to where they don't have to go into the locker room because he was still able to be a leader. You saw Brian Kelly go up to him, too, and say, we need you. We need you. You can still help. But, man, I can't imagine the emotions that I would be feeling if that had happened to me. It was a clown show of a call, I believe. It's a clown show of a rule.
Yeah, it's not like I don't even know. Like again, like this isn't. Oh, that wasn't targeting. It was targeting. I'm not. I don't even know anymore. So I'm not even here to have that argument.
Again, I saw.
I'm here to have
targetings.
The intent of what happened, and for that to disqualify you from that entire football game.
Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupidity.
Now,
I didn't even want to get pissed this early.
After Witt did get kicked out, he kind of, went to his brother, obviously. I said this on the broadcast, like, hey, I'm going to need you to step up. I'm going to need you to go out there and hit a lot of people. And Wes Weeks did say, whose car are we taking?
Yep. No doubt.
That man stepped up and balled out until he got hurt. And then when he got hurt, here comes another Weeks brother. Like, we need another one. Bring on another one.
I like what Brian Kelly said after the game, too, in the interview. He's like, yeah, I don't know if the third Weeks, I don't know if he really knew what he was doing out there, but he did it hard. He played hard.
Alondra points it out inside the chat, too. Devon Keys did go off, man. He was a great player a year ago. Like, this is just a really talented linebacker room, and, thankfully so, because you can miss a Whit Weeks in a game like this and still be highly productive. Wes Weeks, Devon Keys both had double-digit tackles. They went out there, and they played incredible. They played really well. They played tough. They played physical. So that was good to see as well before we get too angry down the road here. Alondra, Tay, how we doing?
Doing great. I had a good weekend. I mean, we're 3-0. I know people have complaints and stuff like that, and sure, there's some stuff that could maybe be improved on, but we're 3-0, so I feel great. And then the schedule, we have Southeastern next week, and then at Ole Miss, so it's looking pretty favorable to be undefeated in the middle of the season, and I love that.
Let's go.
It does. It does feel so. Like it feels so.
It feels good. It's been a while.
It has been a long time. I tell you what, you can feel that energy.
Like I'm still thinking about the fact that we finally won an opener.
It's a big deal. It's a big step for us.
I was emotionally damaged for years. So.
Sure. Yeah. And yes, you should celebrate the fact that we're 3-0 because winning in the SEC is hard.
It is hard.
I don't care how.
Game.
And I don't care how a team looked the week before.
Yeah.
I don't care. They're still SEC football players. They're still an SEC team. And look, both teams are college football teams.
Yeah.
They're not NFL teams out there. So I think as LSU fans, we have these expectations that it's going to be 2019 every single year, right? Really great on both sides of the ball. We got NFL players all over the place. This is college football. It's not. It's. Jake said it last week. It's the perfect imperfections about it.
Yeah.
It's not going to look great every single week. There's things that these kids are still learning how to play big time football here and there. You get the win, you celebrate. Life's too short not to celebrate the victories. You only get so many opportunities every single season to go out there. You only get one against Florida, and you beat them.
And we don't know what that series is going to look like now.
I hope they keep it.
I hope they do
so
too.
Much.
I'm sitting there, and there was a league official. Alondra knows what I'm talking about. That was at the game, and I'm like, "Hey, you see this?
Hey,
y'all want to get rid of this?
Right?
Ain't no way."
No. And okay. But what I was gonna say is, I don't know if you ended up going, Matt, but it was electric inside Tiger Stadium on Saturday. It was the loudest I've heard it be in a while.
Yeah.
I don't know if.
What was the chant they were doing? It sucks to be a Florida Gator.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It was awesome.
So
Campus was electric.
Can I tell you something?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, also they understood the gold game assignment.
They did. I didn't, but they did.
Yeah, I didn't either.
What's up, dude?
I know. I told everybody for all the whole week, "Hey, it's the gold game." I wore purple because I forgot. I forgot.
Wow.
Straight up forgot.
Not a foxhole guy.
Luckily I was in the booth, so you wouldn't have seen me anyway.
Sure. Okay. So our situation happened. My youngest, my oldest, who I was taking to the game. I wasn't taking them all because I didn't have that many tickets.
Yeah.
I was just going to take.
You had to pick.
So my second, she was going to come with me, but the night before they had gone to the Zombies movie concert in New Orleans. I don't know if anybody's ever seen or heard of the Zombies movie.
Is that the Smoothie King?
It was at the Smoothie King Center. It's like a musical type movie.
Yeah, no, because we were at the Superdome for Jackson's game.
Okay, yeah. So Friday they were there.
Yeah,
so
she was
up. She was up late on Friday, so she didn't want to go late. So she wasn't going to go. So it was just me and my oldest, and he got a fever Saturday morning.
No.
Yep. Now, of course, and so my wife's out of town, so we had like a babysitter lined up so she could come over. We go to the game. So of course he gets feeling better before the game. He's like, I want to go, and I was like, it doesn't really work that way, bud. I've already canceled the babysitter. Can't really uncancel it at this point. So we watched it at the house. It was fun. Still great. That's how I enjoyed taking the game in. But I would have liked to feel that electricity for this game.
It was electric.
Yeah, I know. I saw. And shout out to the student section. Can they make a chant out of any song?
Right.
Yeah, they can.
Any song.
I mean,
they were great. They stayed.
You might as well bring.
They were there early in the stadium too.
Yeah.
You might as well bring neck back. Like,
I know. Why is it?
There's just
they're gonna do
there's no
it.
point. They're gonna do it.
Wait. That wasn't neck?
Right.
No, Marla.
All
That
right.
was
That's
swag
all right.
surfing.
Look, my guy. Look, this is his first time.
Neck,
He just assumed probably because they were chanting. It's like, no. Actually, they're going to do that no matter what song's
Yeah,
played.
it doesn't matter what song it is.
I mean,
They're going to do the
At
chant.
this point, I'm surprised they don't do it during the national anthem.
You can play. You can play "Fly Me to the Moon," and they're going to find a way.
They're going to
chant
sneak it in there,
that,
and it's
okay?
going to feel organic, and they're all going to be ready for it.
Yes.
That's the thing. Do they practice this in the quad?
Right?
Where are they practicing this?
I don't know.
But they do, and they're all ready for it.
Yeah.
It does probably lead to a lot of uncomfortable conversations between parents and child.
Probably, yeah.
I remember my kids were asking about it, but I distracted them with keys or something. I don't remember.
Keys?
Hey, you want some Dippin' Dots?
Oh, hey, here's my
look at
car
this, look at
keys.
this, look at this. I don't even know what they're saying, kids.
Yeah, I got older kids. They're like, oh, that's what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The keys don't work on them.
Dippin' Dots still might.
Well, Dippin' Dots work for me.
That always works.
There's no question about that. Okay, so we do have, obviously, a ton to get to. Break down the game, stats from the game, compare it to last year's game. But overall theme, the LSU Tigers are 3-0. Of course, we'll talk New Orleans Saints as well today as they put up another fight, and they fall just short yet again. So we have a ton to get to here on this Monday morning edition of OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to getgordon.com. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. There on the website, you can do it all. You can have a conversation with them. You can check out what they can do for you in the courtroom, what they've done for others in the courtroom. It's throughout the state of Louisiana. It's your area code, followed by 888-8888, whatever your area code in Louisiana is. Also, at Get Gordon's going to be the handle on all major social media. And always remember, they're doing big things in the community. And also, they got the G team. You know, as part of the G team, Garrett Nussmeier.
Boom.
That guy's pretty good. That guy's pretty fun
quarterback.
to watch. And so go check all that information at getgordon.com.
Yeah, and don't forget, it's not too late. They still have the Billboard Design Competition. If you just want to Google Gordon McKernan Billboard Design Comp, it comes up. You can submit it right there. So if you want to channel your inner graphic designer and see a big old billboard on Interstate with your drawing, your design, your creation on it, go do that. Go submit it before the 21st of this month. Go to getgordon.com.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, welcome back in OTB 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. Let's take a look at this team stats for this 20-10 victory for LSU. It kind of mirrors what last year's game was a little bit, right? Florida's got 23 first downs. You have 10. You look back on third down efficiency. Now, they were 6 of 17. You were 4 of 14, but they had more total yards. Remember, we told you the tail of the tape from last year's game where you had more first downs. You had more total yards. You had more yards through the air. Like, you were better on third down than they were a year ago. Well, now you kind of flip it there. And so the tail of the tape maybe doesn't tell the story of the game. Now, they held the football for 37 minutes in this contest as well. Now, you both had 7 penalties, but it's going to be the turnovers, obviously, that are the story of the game. Just like last year, it was the sacks that Florida had that was the story of the game. And so these, I mean, look, the box scores kind of mirror each other. Last year, you had a lot of success. You outgained them. You held the ball longer, but you couldn't protect the quarterback. Well, this year, I mean, right, they kind of do the same to you, but they couldn't protect the football. And so this defense creates 5 turnovers. It's the story of the game. It's the theme of the game. You took one back to the house for a pick 6. And this defense, it continues to be highly impressive. It continues to fly around. It continues to trick quarterbacks. And like some of those, you're going to watch it. And look, we could – into the last one, DJ Lagway kind of throws it up there, but LSU knew exactly what they were doing in some of those coverage situations, and they baited DJ Lagway into some of those throws.
Yeah, I tell you, who didn't know what he was doing was DJ Lagway. I mean, good Lord. Like, as a quarterback, and as much hate as I have for Florida, I was like, dude, what is he doing? Like, this is can you not see the safeties? I don't know what he was looking at a lot, and I know LSU did a really good job of baiting him, disguising coverages, creating confusion. And we've done that all season. We did it week 1 against Cade Klubnik. We've done it week 3 now against DJ Lagway, 2 of the top preseason ranked quarterbacks going in. We have created confusion. We've created chaos. And maybe not so much it was a different type of chaos this week than it was against Clemson. Clemson was all gas, no brakes on pressures. We're bringing so many different types of pressures. Now you lose Witt early in the game, so it kind of changes a lot of some of the things that you can do, or you're comfortable doing, because Witt, he's been there. The starters can make up for when you create pressure. We talked about this last week. When you create pressure and chaos from one side, you have to have people that are smart enough and comfortable enough and experienced enough to cover ground, because where you create strengths on one side of the ball, you create a weakness somewhere else. So you have to have those kind of experienced guys to fill in those voids and make those weaknesses less weak, I guess, if you will. But they created chaos just flying around. Our DBs can play their role in a coverage by making it look like a different coverage. So if you're a safety or a corner and you have like a cloud coverage as a corner, and you have the half safety over the top, the safety plane over the top of a cloud corner, like they can make it look like quarters, and then at the last second go play their responsibility.
Yeah. And
it creates confusion. And it's fun to see. But at the end of the day, we did benefit from some very poor quarterback decisions.
Well, yeah, I mean, the one to DJ Pickett, he's throwing it up. For sure. Like the A.J. Halsey, he was shot out of a cannon before half.
Yeah, he did.
When he picked that one off. I mean, that was like, he was like waiting, like, I bet you won't throw it. I bet you won't throw it.
That guy's fun to watch.
He is fun to watch. And he throws the whole secondary. The whole secondary, let's just turn, some of this into just a waxing poetic about the defense. I mean, Alondra pointed out, like Devon Keys comes in there. He has 14 tackles. Didn't start the game, but he comes in, he has 14 tackles, has half a sack, and a TFL. Wes Weeks, he started the game, but obviously he had to step up. Like, he goes to the green dot now when his brother gets kicked out, and he has 12 tackles and a TFL. To Marcus Cooley, right? He's not the biggest guy in the world, but I'll be damned if every time in the open field he doesn't get the guy down. Doesn't matter if it's a tight end, a receiver, or a back. A.J. Halsey playing at a different speed. Right, make sure that his presence is felt every time he hits you as well. Perkins did another great job of spying the quarterback anytime that DJ Lagway thought that he had the edge. Here comes number 7, Mansour Delane. What Matt's talking about, like, you can do all these creative things because it's like, okay, well, Four's going to have his guy. We're good there, and you don't worry about it. And you call the blitz, and you call the pressure. And we could just – P.J. Woodland's playing incredible. We could go on and on. We could go down the list of defensive guys. But the main point is everybody's not only doing their job, they're doing the job that helps everybody else out, the other 10 guys. So, like, if somebody goes down, you step up. If somebody's pressuring, I've got you. Like, I'm going to handle the back end back here. Like, it is total, complete team defense.
Yeah, and it shows up in the stats when you can play team defense like that, and we can – it's hard when we're not watching film to kind of tell you about, like, how good that secondary is playing and what kind of chemistry they're playing with. But when you see a safety come out of nowhere and step in front of a pass, that means they are dissecting what the offense is doing. They are understanding the route concept. They are understanding he didn't just come from nowhere. He had a responsibility on one part of the field, but he understood based on the route concept that his responsibility, he wasn't needed if we're looking at the ball, okay, left side is taken care of, so I can go and help poach the right side of the ball. And they just understood the route concepts. You could tell they were ultimately ready. They had watched a lot of film. They knew what Florida would try to do to them. And when you get opportunities, they made the play. I mean, how many times do you go into games and you have opportunities to intercept the ball and it's dropped, or two defenders run into each other and you just don't get it? They took advantage of every single opportunity. And it was the difference in the game because, it wasn't the most explosive offensive performance we've had, but the defense stepped up, so it was a complete team win in that aspect.
It was a lot of fun to watch. I mean, just multiple defensive performances that stood out, I think, to everybody. I mean, no matter who you are, where you're watching, you certainly can appreciate what the linebackers did stepping up when you lose your captain, what the defensive backs continue to do. I thought you had great pressure on DJ Lagway as well. So a lot of great things when it comes to this LSU defense. Now, when we come back, let's talk about the LSU offense. Obviously, there's things that you want to see. There's things that LSU wants to get cleaned up, and
they're going to have to.
They're going to have to.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a thing that he did to close out the football game that I would love to see more of, and not just because of who I am and what position I play,
just because
but
of that.
Oh my God. Can we see more of that? And we'll show the play and what we're talking about when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to gcopnet.com, gcopnet.com, Gulf Coast Office Products. Talking about multiple locations in Louisiana, always taking care of Louisiana and always taking care of you, right? When you call them, you're not going to talk to a robot. You're not going to talk to somebody that's like, excuse me, could you hold as I transfer you to 7 different people? No, you're going to talk to the person that's going to be able to get you a solution to whatever issue you have going on right now. Like, you should trust them. The Pelicans trust them. The Saints trust them. LSU, the Raging Cajuns, everybody in the state of Louisiana. So go to the website today, gcopnet.com.
Yeah, go work with them. So Trey and the gang over there, they started their company in Louisiana, right here, Louisiana born, but they ship printers, they ship copiers all over the country. And just like Jake said, they're proud to be partnered with the Saints, with the Tigers, with the Pelicans, everything. They are your workplace efficiency lifeline. Louisiana's leading copier and printer source, Gulf Coast Office Products, gcopnet.com.
She has me like a Pisces when I am weak. I've been locked in
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
your magnetar, it's wrapped. I wish I could eat your cancer when you turn back. Hey, wait, I got a new complaint. Forever and death to your prices and lies. Hey, wait, I got a new complaint. Forever and death to your prices and lies. Hey,
All right, welcome back in OTB here on this Monday morning. Y'all, I think we actually figured out how to show tape and connect to Flynn's computer.
It's
Did
shocking, really.
Did I think it would ever happen? I didn't.
Week 3.
I had hope, I had dreams, but I didn't have belief. Now I got belief. So, Matthew, what are we going to show the people?
Good question. That was a solid question.
Okay.
Because we're trying to get it loaded back up now.
That's why I asked the question.
Yep. Well, we had talked about, hold on a second here. All right. So we had talked about some going to break there. Something that you really enjoyed from the game.
Yes.
What was that? It was it was like a weird position out there. It's like I didn't even know what to call this position. Don't know what he really does. But it was like an offense. It was like he was in between the quarterback and the running back.
Yeah.
In the backfield. And the quarterback was underneath the center.
Mm-hmm.
That was weird to see Garrett underneath the center taking a football snap like.
Hey, look, if you're having trouble trying to establish the run and if you want to close the game out, because that's what that drive was. You got to go close the game out, right? It's got to be the alpha mentality. Well, if you want to be an alpha, what do? You bring a fullback into the game. That's how you become an alpha. And you go get a meathead and Jack Pybron, who played fullback at Florida a little bit as well. You bring him in. Anybody wearing number 44 can play fullback, and Jack Pybron showed us that. And that's how you close out the game, Matthew. You run heavy set, under center, hat on a hat, and allow your running back to go finish the game.
Yeah, you do. Taylor, you got this clip, or you got the monitor? Yeah, so we're going to show it to you right here. I was trying to find this play on the film, and I almost skipped past this play because it looked like victory formation.
It is. It basically is victory formation because you're in the game.
Yeah, so check this out. We got everybody lined up right here, and I can guarantee you one thing. Florida did not work on this look in practice this week. There's not a lot of guarantees in life, but we're just going to show you how beautifully blocked this was. It looks so different than lining up and 4 wide and running 5-man zone concept. They get you 1 yard. Watch this beauty.
Well, I mean, it truly is like, for our radio listeners, I mean, it is a hat on a hat. It is Jack Pybron on a defensive back. It is Bauer Sharp lined up. I mean, he's a true fullback as well. And it is just coming off the football with bad intentions, being aggressive, right? And it is just following your lead blockers. And as somebody that's done both of these positions, right? Like, you just get on their hip and you play off their block. And once you get the edge, you hit the edge. And
look at the confusion that they have. They don't know really what to do. 15 down here has to set the edge. He doesn't. They have 12 people on the field. Like, they have no idea what to do because you just did something that was non-traditional. You haven't shown this in, 15 years.
All right, it had been 15 years.
All right, come on, Kay. Come on.
And that's how you close out a game and you end in victory formation. So it was something we haven't seen. I love seeing it. I appreciate a fullback being back inside of Tiger Stadium. Certainly that was your biggest run of the game. And you got to continue to find ways to run the football. We'll continue to break it down. It is, it's something where when you look up, right, you're going to have 128 yards rushing. They had 113 yards rushing. And look, you can't take that 51 yards away, and people are going to try to do it all day today. I understand that, but it's just got to be more consistent. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not even looking at the total rushing yards. It's got to be consistent first down runs, which early in the game you were having some success. There was a lot of 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4 in this game, but then on 2nd and 3rd down, that's where you didn't make hay. There was a lot of throws behind the line of scrimmage. There wasn't a lot of pushing the ball down the field. And then after starting out 2nd and 4, well, then it was 3rd and 4, and then it was 4th and 4.
RPOs are a tool, right? It's not an offensive philosophy. It's an offensive tool. It's a tool to use during the game that you sporadically use. What takeaways from like the game plan that I saw, I didn't love. Now, of course, if they execute it, it's a whole different ball game. But it's too many behind the line of scrimmage RPOs. I'm going to call them RPOs. Usually, screens, wide receiver now routes with the blocker out on the edge. And I get it. Like a lot of times I watched the film yesterday. I'm like, all right, well, this play was unsuccessful. Why was it unsuccessful? What was the rules that the quarterback was probably being taught? I don't know what exactly is being taught in the building. But it's a numbers game. We have wide receivers out, so there's 5 people blocking for 1 running back. If 6 people drop into the box, that is a numbers advantage to the defense versus the run, right? You got 5 people blocking for 6 guys. That's a numbers advantage. So at that point, you would look to throw the behind the line of scrimmage screen, if that's what it's called. Like that would be the point where you would either check to a pass play or you would throw the pass part of the run pass option.
Right.
Florida played defenses. They pressed the corners a lot. So it makes it hard to throw RPOs behind the line of scrimmage when they press corners. So that was their philosophy. Create a numbers advantage in the box when the LSU spreads it out, press the corners. And it makes it difficult to do those RPOs. So you have to have another answer. Once you see that, you kind of have to make the adjustment.
Right.
Running game-wise, what I saw was when we are running our zones, like there was some pretty decent things, decently blocked schemes throughout the game, except for like one guy here and there. But from the majority of what I see is that there's a hesitancy on the offensive line to get to the second level when they're blocking. They want to be they're trying to be so perfect in helping the guy next to them and their assignment in, okay, if I'm the center and I got my right guard who's got a 3 technique, which is a defensive tackle lined up on him, either head up or on the guard's outside shoulder. He wants to go, the center knows that he's got to help give leverage to the guard before he works up to the Mike linebacker or the Will linebacker. They're spending so much time making sure that they're doing the helping part, providing like an extra arm. Like they're spending so much time that they're not getting to the second level fast enough.
Right.
Which creates just a bunch of muck.
Yeah.
Which creates somewhere that the running back cannot read. And it's just like, and then they never get to them. Yeah. By the time they get to them, the running back's already been hit.
Yeah.
So I see that too much, where what I would like to be taught, and when you go over the film study, is like, all right, I get it. You're trying to get there. You're trying to be the perfect technique, the perfect footwork, exactly what the playbook says. But in reality, I just need you to get to the second level. Like at some point, that guard, he doesn't need 2.5 seconds of help. Give him a little presence and get up to the second level and be aggressive with it. It's just not happening. They're all trying to be perfect in the run game, which is creating an imperfect read for the running back.
Yeah, the running game, when you're talking about it, like there's going to be some dirtiness to it. It doesn't ever just show up like you draw it up on the card. And what I saw, you sent it to me last night. Your boy was already asleep. I saw it this morning. You're right. I mean, they're trying to make sure they give good hand presence and they get up to the second level. And like you can appreciate, like if you're their coach, you're trying to do that, but you also understand it's hand presence. It's not, I've got this guy too.
Right.
Hand presence is, let me help my guy so he takes him over as I'm still working on my track to my guy, to my second level. And then if the guy where I'm giving the hand presence is showing a little bit, then that's on me as a running back to run through that arm tackle.
Exactly.
And then get to the second level and make a cutoff of it.
I think what's being lost a little bit is the running back would rather an offensive line declare exactly with his body language who you're blocking and miss.
Yeah.
Than not declare who you're blocking and then actually get him.
Yeah.
Very true. If you throw at a front shoulder of a linebacker, if a lineman runs and throws at the front shoulder and he misses them, the guy has to go back door, so he has to go around the offensive line. At least you know where you're running at that point, and you can hit at full speed. But if you sit there and you just kind of like patter your feet and you don't engage the linebacker, then you're like, the running back's like hesitant. Like, where do I go? Which way am I going here? So I'd like to see them. And when we say second level, the first level is the defensive line. Second level is the linebacker, right past them. Then of course the third level would be defensive backs. But like we want. What they're trying to do is they're trying to help too long on that first level, and they're not getting to the second level, which is creating a lot of chaos. But I'll tell you, if you do want to fix it, everybody needs to have a dog mentality of the number 0 out there, wide receiver. Taylor, can we pull this clip up? I want to show you this clip. That is our guy Xavier, who absolutely. I showed this to y'all at the commercial break. I've never seen a wide receiver do this, right? Okay, watch this block down here by number 0.
You're watching. If you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on the bottom of the screen. If you're listening on radio, you got trips to the left. You got a single receiver to the short side of the field, which is Xavier Thomas.
And we have grown to absolutely love the dog that is Xavier Thomas. Watch this dude come off the ball.
Yeah, I'd never seen that.
Take a seat,
I
buddy.
mean, you're faking a stutter route. The DB gets on his heels, and you just straight flat
Boom.
back him. And I know we got to take a break, but let me tell you, when you watch this tape, you got 3 LSU receivers that got some dog in them. Like, they're out there and they're trying to do their part, like in the run game, and like even when they don't have the football, which is very cool to see. But 1 and 0, they got all of it. Like,
They got all the juice.
those are 2 players that I would not get too far away from in any game plan. And if I need a play, by God, where's number 1?
Mm-hmm.
Where's he at?
Hey, if
He's going to get open.
it's 4th and 1, maybe bring them at line. They'll make a block, I promise you. Those dudes are going to make a
They
block
will.
in the trenches.
No doubt about it. All right, we'll take a break. More LSU Florida when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to BoudreauxElectrical.com. It is not too late, even though we've already had activity there in the Gulf to get your whole home generator installed and ready to go. We told you they have over 80 right now in stock at the warehouse. And so the process of having them come out, see where you want this generator, right? Like where the best place to put it is. They slab it, they install it, and you are ready to go. And you're ready for storm season as well. Like the last thing that you want is to be without power for any time period. It could be a day, 2 days, whatever. And you don't have to worry about that. You get the ultimate peace of mind with Boudreaux's.
Yeah, why would you even take a chance? We live in South Louisiana. We know it's hurricane season now, but we also know that there could be like 8 inches of snow randomly on a random winter. So why would you even take a risk? It's Monday morning. I know that every Monday morning at 8 a.m., my generator is going to kick on for about 5 minutes as its little weekly maintenance. And my wife, my family is going to have that peace of mind. Go see them. Get your whole home generator, BoudreauxElectrical.com.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
All right, we are back here on OTB. LSU 20, Florida 10, continuing to break it down. Final stat line for some of the top Tigers. Garrett Nussmeier, 15 of 27, 220 yards, 8.1 yards per attempt, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Certainly an interception that he would like back. Caden Durham, 15 for 93, 6.2 yards per carry. Of course, had a long of 51. Juwan Johnson, your second as far as carries, leading rusher, he had 4 for 0. He had one where he lost a lot of yards there. Did have a run of 8 yards. Nobody else had more than 1 carry. Aaron Anderson, your leading receiver yet again, 4 for 75. Bauer Sharp, 3 for 71. Xavier Thomas, 4 for 35. And you had Juwan Johnson lose a fumble there as well that didn't end up as a turnover because LSU was able to get back on it. So you had the 1 interception there. That was the 1 turnover. So you certainly won the turnover ratio game there. But still, if you're an LSU fan, Matt.
Yep.
Do you think that this offense can continue to develop and be something that we, in the preseason, thought numbers-wise that we would see?
Yeah, I guess leading up to the season, we were all like, we think the defense is going to be better. We're pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
They got some pieces.
Yeah. And we felt good about probably the passing game.
Yep.
No, the rushing attack, obviously, still.
Yeah. And I think like the biggest shock for LSU fans right now, and that's why like people are being judgmental after a big SEC win, and we hear the noise. So right, wrong, and different, whatever your opinion is on that, on how to judge, I think it's just a little bit shocking that you're not having the success offensively that you did a year ago with most of the same pieces.
Yeah.
Right. So why is that? What can you fix? But the silver lining is they can absolutely be fixed because you've seen these people do it. You've seen them go out and do it. So I would expect that to be, because the offense wasn't even a question to us before the season. Like, we knew it was going to be explosive. We had this confidence because we had literally seen it with our own eyes in a year that the defense wasn't good. So the pieces are there. We just have to use the pieces the right way. And you just got to catch stride. You got to get confidence in that group. You got to get confidence in that whole unit right there. So, and they'll get it. They're showing it.
All right, hour number 2 of OTB coming back your way.
Off the bench.
All right, every Friday during the football season, you can catch us at Rouse's. We're right there, Burbank and Lee. Come hang out with us. But also, you can go to Rouse's every day, right? Not just on Fridays when we're there, not just getting ready for the weekend to pick up your tailgating packages. Now, obviously, you can do that, but it is for your everyday groceries. So what's going to be for dinner tonight as you get your week started? Rouse's has so many options for you. They're going to have local options for you. I mean, you can go in, you can eat lunch right there at Rouse's. People come and eat breakfast with us on Friday mornings. It's awesome. You can do all of that at your local Rouse's. Go to the website to find the one nearest you. That is Rouse's and Rouse's.com.
Yeah, we all know about Rouse's Market and how amazing of grocery stores they are. Like, why would you send us to the website, Rouse's.com? Well, because they got coupons there. They got weekly ads there. So you can find deals on all of your everyday groceries. Do your grocery shopping with the local company right there at Rouse's. Rouse's.com.